Discover crucial fall protection strategies for AWIP standing seam panels.
This is an insulated panel, and the blog is focused on compatible fall protection for those panels. So it's a very common panel in the US, and you have to be very specific about what fall protection you use. You don't want to damage the panels. You don't want to get anybody hurt. So we have a whole line of compatible fall protection that will work with this that we're going to discuss with you. So as you get into the blog, you'll see we do a deep dive on the company. We talk in depth about the panel. Then we have a chart down here that is a quick reference for anybody working on these. So I'll go through these different products and the different capabilities for you. So if you are working on an SR2 panel, there is several different substrates that you can get in these panels, but we're talking about the steel panels. So 22 and 24 gauge steel. So with the 22 gauge, we recommend the standard SSRA1 with the cup tip set screws. These are going to lock onto the seam with 12 non-penetrating set screws. This provides a single worker tie-off. And you can also remove the D-ring and add adapter plates. So if you're working on the 24 gauge steel, you can use the same anchor. You just want to use the nylon tips. It's exactly everything's the same except the set screws. So when you're on the website, there is an SSRA1 with cup tip screws, and there's an SSRA1 nylon that includes the nylon screws, but we also have kits that have both. They're interchangeable. So with the nylon tip, that's intended for 24 gauge steel. So the SSRA1 cupped, this is going to get torqued to 90 inch-pounds. The nylon version is going to use more torque. It's going to go from 180 to 200 inch-pounds. And remember, we're not talking about foot-pounds. We're talking about inch-pounds. So once you have those and you need to expand the functionality of these anchors, you can purchase adapter plates. So for instance, if you ever need to put walkboards on a standing seam roof, you can purchase the SSRA2 roof jack adapters. These are adjustable for different pitch roofs. The red roof jack adjusts. And then the side feet, these are padded on the bottom. They adjust and they will drop down for different height seams. So you have taller seams, you can drop these side feet down, and that helps stabilize the seam. So when you're on that walkboard, it's not bouncing all over the place. Now, if you want to use temporary horizontal lifelines on standing seam roofs, same thing. You can take the SSRA3 Anchor Plate. It mounts on top of two SSRA1s with the D-rings removed, and you would have one of those assemblies at each end of your rope. And then we offer kits that include a 100-foot horizontal lifeline, but you can shorten that rope to any length you want. Another solution we have in conjunction with Super Anchor, which is a major fall protection manufacturer in the U.S., we offer a 120-foot kit out of the box that is a permanent galvanized steel cable horizontal lifeline. So these are plates that mount to standing seam. This kit's designed exclusively for standing seam. There's posts, riser posts, and galvanized steel cable that can stay out in the weather for decades. So that's available on the website as well. So an alternative product, when we run into situations where we have 612 to 1212 pitch roofs, and we have a worker that needs to get up and do a simple task on the roof, do an inspection, do a quick repair, we can recommend the Ridge Pro. So the Ridge Pro is going to mount on the end of a 16-foot pole. The worker can be up on a ladder. He can run the Ridge Pro up the roof using the pole, flip it over the peak, and when that Ridge Pro goes up the roof, it brings a vertical lifeline with it. So once it flips over the peak and locks on, it's already created an anchor point. So that worker can step off onto the roof. He's already tied off to his harness. He can do the task, return safely to the ladder, then release the anchor point and bring it down. So it's very versatile for a lot of different roof types. That's going to be very compatible. The one major rule is 612 to 1212 pitch roofs, and it's not attaching to the seam. So if you have zinc panels or aluminum panels, shingle roofs, different things like that, they don't have to be steel roofs. That's where the Ridge Pro becomes a great alternative for you. So if you have any questions about any of this product or any of our products or any of these panels, please give us a call. Our phone number is up top. Our email is support@fallpd.com. And this blue button down here in the bottom, this is our live chat button during business hours. So let us know how we can help you.